Welcome back to another reading and correcting with me, Kindar, the Tiger Writes, and I, the Tiger Supervisor. These are where I read a chapter from one of my stories and correct it as I go. If you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitch and YouTube. And if you are looking to support me, that is on my Patreon. Today we are doing chapter 26 of Trustless Shadows. Jason tries to sit up as soon as we enter the room, but the scientist next to him holds him down. I don't know the man, and when he looks in my direction, he doesn't react. Jason is lying on top of sheets like the other injured, and in this and the other rooms. Are you okay? Jason asks. How bad is it? I'm okay. The worst is already healed. The captain heads to Valerie with the other two soldiers. Jason smiled. You always did heal fast. I was worried you wouldn't make it. Where's Claus? He stretches and tries to see. Stretches and tries. No, he stretches to try and see the door. Yeah, I'm leaving it like that. He looks weak. He looked weak. Did he make it out of the fighting okay? He's good. He's hunting Maurice. Jason's eyes widen. Just him? He considers the nod. I guess it's what they do. That man doesn't deserve anything better. I crouch. How are you doing? He nods to the missing arm. Well, I've given up on my dreams of ever becoming a juggler. I'm sorry. You never mentioned that was something you... His sighs interrupts me. Have I ever mentioned how hopeless you are? That was a joke. I nod. Many times. He chuckles. Maybe I should just accept it and stop trying. Probably, but I've never known you to give up on something this easily. He narrows his eyes at me. You know, that sounded a lot like an attempt at a joke. It wasn't. He lowers his head back. He lowers his head on the rolled up towel and closes his eyes. I know. I watch him. Jason, I realize now that you were my friend, even through everything else that happened. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't even open his eyes, but tears roll from them down the side of his head. Jason has explained it wasn't always caused by sadness, that they could happen anytime someone was overwhelmed by emotion, any emotion. It was one of the many things I hadn't understood at the time. But living among humans, I've seen enough instances that I do now. I suppose joy is what is causing him to cry. Our friendship has always been important to him. That's why he helped me escape Amanda, and then tried to coach her through taking me back. Coach her through... Nah. He thought it was the best way to protect me each time. He wipes the tears away. I'm sorry I wasn't such a great friend at the time. His voice shakes as he speaks. I place a hand on his shoulder, a gesture of comfort I've seen performed many times. You were the best friend I had, the only friend I ever had. I don't think that what I have with Claus is friendship. The connection we share is different. You haven't made any friends since leaving? His tone is worried. I didn't leave in the best headspace to make friends. I was too hangry. The closest I've come is Robert, but we're more business partners. What kind of business? Cage fighting. He's my manager. Fighting people or... Yes, humans. Don't worry, I didn't kill any of them. It wasn't those kinds of fight. Actually, until today, I hadn't killed a demon since leaving here. Jason tries to sit up. Derick, about the things we... I place a hand on his chest. I understand why you did it. He tries to push against me, but all he does is tire himself out. He isn't strong enough, and he will never be. Amanda wanted a weapon. Your job was to help her accomplish that. I'm still angry at the lies, but after seeing what Maurice became, I understand why they were needed. The other two that came before me also turned against humans. Jason nods. I shouldn't have accepted being part of it. What we did, it isn't right. If it hadn't been for you, what would have happened to me? Do you think whoever else Amanda picked would have tried to mitigate the damage once they realized I was more than a machine? Would they even have noticed? They would have done what they could to make sure I saw humans as people. Would they have done what they could to make sure I saw humans as people, not just things to protect? What kind of damage could I have caused if not for you? He cries again. I open my mouth. You two done with your heart to heart? Jason opens his eyes and glares at the captain. What do you want? I ask. You're coming with me. We're going to get Dr. Walker. She's still alive? Jason pushes against my hand, then strikes it. When I look at him, he motions for me to remove it. I shake my head. She was alive when we got here, the captain says. No reason to think she's dead until I see a body. It's best to wait until Claus comes back. He isn't coming back. Your pet can't take Maurice on, not in his weakened condition. You sent him to his death. I shake my head. I've heard Claw's occasional roar in the distance. The hunt is still going on. The hunt is still going. Maurice is proving to be a worthy prey. I don't bother explaining that to him. You go with him and you're going to die. You go without him and you're going to die. You know what? You and I need to settle something right now. I sigh. Don't move, I tell Jason before standing. The captain is holding a vial containing orange liquid in his finger. You know what this is? I snatch it from his... I snatch it before he reacts. I'm getting tired of his attempt at intimidation. Jason snickers at the surprised expression on the man's face. It's what makes you capable of fighting demons. Without it, you're nothing more than a human. That's the enhancer the military made? Jason motions for it, and I hand it over. Amanda told me about it. She didn't care for it. The results are impressive. Less than a dozen of them on it. Plus claws. Took on over 100 demons, and 3 survived. Hand it over, and it'll be enough for us to get Dr. Walker. Jason offers it to the man, but I take it. I'm not letting you get out of here thinking you can take on demons when all they will do is rip you apart. Do you think I need that to finish my mission? Unlike you, I do what I'm ordered to. He motions to the 2 soldiers to follow him and then heads out of the room. I look down at Jason. I'm not telling you what to do. Jason says, misunderstanding my expression. I've lost the right to ever do that. I still take his counsel. If he offered it. But I was more questioning the captain's sanity. They aren't my responsibility. I told them what to expect. If they still go, it's their own. Jason looks in their direction, worry on his face. Wait! I hand the vial to Jason before joining the soldiers. I thought you weren't. Keep your machine guns pointed at the ground. Enough of the demons know here will have experience with them to know what they are. As such, as much as possible, try not to look threatening or like you're about to run. Are you insane? Klein asked. They're going to be on us like demons on an old lady. Demons don't hunt old people. Not enough of a challenge in it. The ones who are going to be around the building are going to be older, smarter. You know that? And how do you know that? Because the young ones, those who aren't in control of their hunger, are going to be off hunting. I don't care how good Maurice thinks he is or how powerful his control over them is. Nothing is stronger than their need to feed when they're young. I'll let that sink in. Hopefully, those left have fed recently and they can think clearly. If they understand what's happening to Maurice, to Adam, maybe I can convince them to leave. You don't sound confident, the captain says. I'm not Claus. I don't speak their language and I can't do what Maurice does. I don't know if what he did to them lasts when he's not there to continue telling them. But what I do know is that if we go in fighting, we will die. We? I'm not letting you go to your death. You're still human. I thought they made you so you'd want to kill those monsters. Klein says, I look at him, my irritation beginning to shift to anger. He isn't a machine, Jason says, leaning against the doorframe. He's a person. He's able to learn and find better ways to do things. I glare at him. He should be lying down. You think talking is a better way? With a bunch of man-eating demons? The captain sounds willing to listen at least. Better than shooting, yes. The four of us can't win against all of them. And us now. Are you saying you're willing to die with us? No. If you start shooting, once the three of you are dead, I'm planning on coming back here, looking after the people here, looking after the people until Claus is back. The expression darkened. But I know my odds out there. I won't make it back. If you start a fight with them, you're killing me and everyone down here. How about Amanda? Jason snorts and I glare at him again. I motion for him to head back inside. I've made it abundantly clear that she's not and never will be my concern. The captain grits his teeth. What's the difference with three of us versus four being there? None, I'd say. It doesn't matter how many people you have. If you start a fight with them, we die. Captain nods. Klein, I'm not staying. Hemingway, stay with the civilians. The medic doesn't look happy, but she nods. One more thing. If he comes back without us, empty your magazine into him. She looks from him to me. Yes, sir. Her voice shakes, but the fear in her eyes shows she knows that won't stop me. The three of us head up. As we reach the ground floor, something crashes through a door far below us. Heavy footstep on metal. Another door opening and shutting, then claws on metal. I smile. Claws in the dark sounds lighter on his feet. The others look at me strangely. They can't hear any of that. The lobby is bright, much brighter than I expect. It was dark when I carried Maurice down, but it must have been close to sunrise. I haven't been keeping track of time. Amanda looks miserable as we step outside, strung up on her post. She's thin and scared, nothing like the woman who ran this place, tried to kill me. There are no demons on this side of the street. They're on the other side, and I can't shake the feeling they are fighting against an urge to move even further. Do they know what's happening to Maurice? Can they feel it? They're clustered in small group, and until we appeared, they were looking at each other warily. Now they are looking at us hungrily. I step in the middle of the road when the demon moves forward. I can see the hunger in their eyes, but it isn't mindless. Behind me, one of the soldier fidgets, racks the slide on his machine gun. I glance, and they're still pointed at the ground. Before the demons before the before the demons have reached the end of the sidewalk, one launches himself in the air and lands before them, sending them scurrying back. The demon sniffs the air as he ambles toward us. You're the one the Adam brought. You left with the old one. Why are you with the food? Did you hear the fighting earlier? The Adam said to stay away. His favorites got to eat the food that steals from us. Not us. They died. The demon cocks his head. You killed them? His voice takes on an odd tone as he continues. You killed the Adam? If you were human, I'd think he sounded like Hope. I indicate the man behind me. They killed your people. Adam's favorite. It looks at the soldier, then back at me. They are food. They're humans. You know humans fight back. You know about their weapons. They don't always become food. He indicates the man behind me. They hunt with things. Maybe he points at their guns. Not our way. Humans don't hunt. They fight. They don't care how they have to do it. All they care about is winning. The demon tilts his head, and I get a sense winning is a word he doesn't understand. For them, it means surviving, getting what they're after. The hunt. I shake my head. Humans don't think like you. They don't hunt for nourishment. They hunt for things they want. Right now, they want her. I point to Amanda, and the demons on the sidewalk step forward as if I'd said something to provoke them. The one before me growls them back. The Adam wants her. She is special to him. No one touches her. If they still obey him, there's little I can do. I hear the sound from the building, someone crashing through furniture a few floors above us. Can you hear the hunt? I know they can. Demons have as good, if not better, hearing than me. I'm realizing I've just been reading and barely correcting anything. Can you hear the hunt? I know they can. Demons have as good, if not better, hearing than me. The old one I left with. He's back too. He hunts Adam. Adam is food. My tone is normal, but the demon reacts. The demons react. Not all at first. They don't all understand what I say, but growls spread, tones of disbelief, denial, hope. The Adam is chosen. The first one sent him to make humans food again. You don't believe that. You're older than they are, aren't you? What Adam did to all of you doesn't work as well on you. You fight it. He doesn't react, but more and more demons are paying attention. You know this isn't normal for all of you to be here together. Even they know it, but they're still here. We stay because we need the strength to make humans food again. The words sound rehearsed. How about the rest? When Adams makes you kill one of your own kind, how does that help make human food? The demon doesn't answer, but the tone he growls change in the crowd. Traitor, disbeliever, weak. Just leave. Adam isn't here to tell you what to do. Tell him to leave. Go back to the wild, where you belong. He narrows his eyes, the glowing becoming visible even with the light, even in the sunlight. I screwed up. He steps towards me, each footfall punctuated with a word. I don't obey you. His claws lengthened. You are not my kind. I glare at him. I feel the guns moving up behind me. I have to fight the urge to turn and tell them to lower them. I am not food. My right hand elongates into a blade. I don't want to kill you. I am not here to kill you. You are the one who... His words are interrupted by a human-sounding scream. A voice explodes outward toward us, and two tangled forms fall from the fourth floor. They crash to the ground, and I can't tell who the broken human form entangled among. Okay, sorry. They crash to the ground, and I can't tell who the broken human form entangled among the dark mass. Oh wow, yeah, this is clunky. And I can't tell who the human broken form entangled among the dark mass of demon is. until the head rolls toward us to come to a stop between me and the demon. Maurice looks up plaintively at both of us. Thing is, I can't think of how to clean it up. Is let's try this. They crash to the ground, and I can't tell who the broken human form is, entangled among the dark mass of demon, until the head rolls toward us. Rolls to come to a stop between me and the demon. Maurice looks up at us, looks up plaintively at both of us. Yeah, that small change fixed it. Alrighty, and that concludes chapter 26 of Trustless Shadows. If you are enjoying this, please leave a like. If you want to know when the next chapter is going to be up, subscribe and hit the bell. If you want to read this book as well as the other two in the trilogy, they are available on Kindle Unlimited. If you are looking for a different way to support me, that is on my Patreon, where you can get access to basically everything else I've written. And if you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitch. Links are in the notes, and with that, I shall wish you a good day.